Reviewing Sharknado 5, and yes, we have got to part 5. And you know by now the storyline. There are sharks and they're in a tornado. So the story basically is set in London this time. So Finn has had a phone call from Nova. She's at Stonehenge and she's found an artefact which is supposed to control the Sharknados. Most of the country is being destroyed based on the fact that there's been 4 other Sharknados. In this story, basically when they're in London, they meet a scientist who puts a shark helmet on top of their son, Gil. And at one stage, Nova accidentally lets go of Gil and he ends up trapped inside Tornado with the sharks. When he's stuck inside there, because he's got this helmet on, they're actually able to trace him. So most of the movie's actually basically April and Finn trying to get their son out of a tornado. And they're travelling from country to country trying to get him out of this tornado. You know by now that these movies are just daft, but in a good way. And I think that's what I like about it, is that most movies that are on this subject matter, they tend to take themselves seriously and they tend to have actors that can't really act. What's good about Sharknado is that the actors in this, they're actually not bad actors, but they're playing it this way for a reason. They're playing it because it's fun playing it this way. And the story, they know the storyline that they're playing, and they're playing it that way because they're enjoying themselves doing it. They know the storyline that they've got, and they're just hamming it up for the camera. I mean, if you know that you're playing in a movie which is about killer sharks in a tornado, and the fact that, I mean, Tara Reid's character in this is pretty much a robot, you're just going to have fun with it. I enjoyed the Sharknado movies. I think they are a lot of fun, and yes, by the time you get to part 5, you kind of know what's happening. I think the cameos in these movies just get better and better, and it's a lot of fun. And some of the cameos are Z-list stars. I think in this one there's Katie Price, but let's face it, she gets eaten by a shark. It's good fun watching her getting eaten by a shark. But some of the cameos are actually quite surprising. I mean, you've got Dolph Lundgren in this that appears, and you think he's a pretty big star. And I'm not going to tell you which part he appears in, but he's quite a big star that's appearing in a Sharknado film. I think the ending to this film has a really good twist on it. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to give it away. And I'm not going to lie to you, I will watch, because this movie sets up for a Sharknado 6. I will watch Sharknado 6 because these movies don't take themselves seriously. They have fun with what they're doing. They're inventive and they just think up more and more ways to kill people using sharks, flying about in tornadoes. This movie has a toxic tornado. There's a scene in it where the character Gemini, who's like Finn's cousin, is on a boat. She's on a mission that Nova's sent her on because Nova's got this secret pack of women who are out to kill all sharks. It's funny though because sharks in real life are endangered, but in Sharknado everybody wants to kill them. She's on this boat and they accidentally spill toxic waste into the sea. There's Olivia Newton-John at this bit. Olivia Newton-John, Sandy from Grease is in a Sharknado film. It's just funny. But yeah, they accidentally spill this nuclear waste into the sea, and basically the Sharknado is toxic, and it's just crazy. The end of this movie basically is the end of the world, which I thought was great, but there is a big twist, as I said. You won't see it coming, and it sets up perfectly for a part 6. But what I like about the setup for part 6 in this is that you don't really know what they're going to do with part 6. I mean, you know there's going to be sharks, and you know there's going to be a tornado, and you know that there's probably going to be this crazy family that's been in all the other Sharknado movies, but you don't know which way they're going to take it. I also like that they aren't afraid to throw some characters in there that other movies won't put in. So, for example, the Queen is in this. Obviously not the real Queen. The Pope is in this. They are not afraid just to take characters that no one else would really put in a movie and just put them in there fighting sharks. Why not? Prime Minister's in this, Let's just put them in this movie and have them fighting sharks. I, for one, enjoy the cameos. I like seeing what they'll put in the movie. I like seeing what actors they're going to get in here. I like seeing how they're going to kill people. I quite liked that this one was in London. Obviously, I'm from the UK, so it was good to see our news anchors getting eaten by sharks. I just thought it was a lot of fun watching this movie. The kills get better and better. That's the only way to put it. They get crazier and crazier as well, but you know what you're getting with a Sharknado fun. A Sharknado film is what I meant to say. Is a lot of fun. But as always, I would recommend that you go and watch Sharknado 5. If anything, just for the giggles. Because you're going to see people... You're going to see sharks getting killed by a robot Tara Reid at that. You're going to see Katie Price getting eaten by a shark. You're going to see the Queen attack a shark. You're going to see the Pope give Finn some advice. And you're going to see Dolph Lundgren. And why don't you want all that in one movie? That's a perfect movie for me. And you're going to see sharks. It's just a good film. Don't take it serious. I think as long as you know that this movie is just a movie made purely and simply for fun, then you're going to enjoy it. I think by the time you get to a fifth movie, it's not going to be as original as the first one. And as long as you know that they are trying, like they're still, well, to me, I think they're still doing as good as they can possibly do. I thought it was better than part 4. Personally, I would give Sharknado 5 a 6 out of 10. In fact, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. I think 6 was a bit harsh there. And I would recommend it. And as I said, I would definitely watch part 6. There is going to be a part 6. You can tell by the way this ended that they are setting up for a part 6. In fact, I think this series is probably a series where I actually can't see that it's going to end. I can see there being a 7 and an 8 and a 9 and a 10. And I probably will watch all of them. But yeah, I am looking forward to watching part 6 of Sharknado. And as I said, I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. And I would recommend that you go and watch it. We are Deadly Dames. Thank you for watching. And take care.